Alright, so quick gear rundown before we head out on this trip. I'm just going to go over everything that I'm using currently for a two-person setup. Normally I have the Osprey Atmos AG50 bag that I use for just tree camping where I'm driving somewhere and hiking a little ways, but we're actually going to be on a motorcycle and I'm going to load everything into this 30-liter bag. Actually, this might be a 50-liter bag, I can't remember. So it's just a good heavy-duty dry bag. Everything's going to go in. Of course, I've got the double nester right here that Sam's going to be in. I've got my super sub and bug net in here. It might get a little chilly, so I'm going to throw in my Arc'teryx Atom LT hoodie. It weighs nothing, keeps you warm. I've got a sleeping bag liner from Cedar Summit that has a bug shield in it that will hopefully keep the bugs off. It's worked well the last couple of years that I've been using it. It's kind of been starting to get a little worse the last few times. And I've got just a down throw that I'll combine with that if it gets even chillier. So Sam's going to be inside of just a normal little 40-degree bag from Walmart. It's an Ozark Trail. I've used that thing for 5 years. Awesome, light, simple bag for anything down to like 55 degrees or so. Let's see. I've just got a random drawstring bag to throw all of the climbing gear in. And on the harness, I don't remember what this is. It doesn't really matter. They're pretty much all the same in my estimation. Just a rock climbing harness that I've had forever. It's a black diamond. This is also a black diamond. This is an ultralight, tiny harness. It fits inside of this bag. I actually usually use the bag for my phone while I'm climbing. I've got 15 feet of 8mm climbing line or accessory line that I use as a lanyard whenever I'm advancing points. I have just a straight up loop attached to a PAS system that works as my foot loop and backup safety system. 80-pound test line from Walmart. It's the best. You don't want to get any fabric fishing line. You want the super slick one that will slide over the limb, and you want it to be at least 50 pounds, but 80 pounds works best. I ended up breaking the 50-pound line a lot, so I'm definitely going to want that 80-pound line, and then a 2-ounce bank sinker, and then the cheapest $5 slingshot you can get at Walmart. I've been using this one for 3 or 4 years now. I mean, they just work. And let's see, for the hand ascenders, come in a little closer. For the ascenders, I've got the basic and I forget what the regular hand ascender is called, but they're both, what are these, Petzl? They're both Petzl. They both work the same way. I prefer the smaller one. It conforms to my hand a little better than the handle does. If I ever have to use the handle, I actually end up using it like this because I just don't like this part. But most people find the handle a little easier. I've got a cheap little pulley that I use in conjunction with this to make it a little easier on new people who are climbing. And then of course just the Petzl Gree-Grees. They're just bulletproof, man. They're good stuff. I've got an assortment of locking beaners and then a bunch of just wire gate beaners for accessories and whatnot. And that is pretty much it. I guess the rope, I've got a Sterling HTP 9mm cord or rope, and this thing has been the best rope. I started off with I think this is a PMI Easy Bend, but it's an 11mm, and it is a lot harder to climb on, but it works. It was cheaper, and it got me going, but definitely would recommend the 9mm It's a little finicky. It's easy to get going too fast with the 9mm, so the 11 is safer, but the 9 works so much better and is so much easier. But that'll do it. Let's get on the bike and get climbing. Alright, so harness. You all can figure out how to put a harness on. I don't need to go over that, but I'm going to put it on anyway. Here we go. Cinch that sucker up and get everything situated. First thing you're going to do, come in a little closer for this, you're going to take your gree-gree, you're going to open her up, hold it like this, where this is opening like this. And you're going to take your rope, and the arrow is pointing towards where the rope is going up. So you're going to loop the rope like this, and then close the hatch. And a good thing I've learned is to kind of pinch the rope around it, because if you try to do it like this, you're going to end up hitting the rope and it's going to pinch it. So wrap that around it, pinch it off, and then you can close it.
Clever.
And now that's on. So then the hole for your carabiner is going to go towards you. You're going to hook it through there and hook that onto your main tie-in point on your harness, like that. Next part, you're going to get your ascender. I like the Petzl basic ascender. It's super compact, so when I'm bike packing, it's easy to throw in there. Everything stays in a small package. You're gonna, again, it shows you up, it's pretty self-explanatory, and you're going to put that just a couple feet above the gree-gree for now. Next thing is the PAS system and loop. This is going to be your foot loop. I like the PAS system attached to this because I can have a foot loop this long, I can have a foot loop this long, etc. I can fine-tune my foot loop because it's nice to have different options for foot loop lengths as you're going, because certain muscles will get tired. So this is going to go on the bottom of the basic ascender. I like to put it in this way so that the flat end is facing the rope. And then we're going to get our next piece. This part is optional. It makes it a lot easier on your body, but it's a little bit of a hassle to set up. So I like to use it for the main climb, but whenever I'm up there going from tie-in point to tie-in point, I usually don't bother with this. If you're really struggling for cash, you don't even have to buy the pulley. You can just have an oval beaner or even a regular carabiner. But what you're going to want to do is take the pulley, put it on the rope like this, on the slack end of the rope, not the rope part that you're climbing. You're going to clip your oval beaner onto it like this, and you're going to get in close here so you can really see this. You're going to wrap it around the rope and through the bottom of the ascender like that.
Okay.
So then whenever you push up, it flows, and then you can pull with your hand here, and your foot. And all of those work together to bite off. And that's it. That's how you climb. So, foot loop, handle. There you go.
You're on camera. Say something cool.
Something cool.